Hello and welcome to our discussion about money laundering and anti-money laundering.
But before diving deep into our video today, just make sure to subscribe to our channel so you'll get notified with all new videos. Let's start by defining money laundering. Money laundering is the process of disguising the proceeds of illicit activities as legitimate funds. Essentially, it's a way to make dirty money appear clean. Now, the history of money laundering dates back to ancient civilizations, where people would try to hide the proceeds of illegal activities,
such as theft or gambling, by mixing it in with legitimate funds.
However, it wasn't until the 20th century that money laundering became a crime. The first laws against money laundering were passed in the United States in the 1970s. Following the passage of the Bank Secrecy Act, this act required financial institutions to report any suspicious activity to the government and establish the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, which is responsible for enforcing anti-money laundering laws. Now, there are several methods that governments and financial institutions use to fight money laundering. These include
financial intelligence units. These are organizations that collect and analyze financial information to identify suspicious activity and report it to the appropriate authorities. Customer due diligence. This is the process of identifying and verifying the identity of customers, as well as understanding their financial activities and potential money laundering risks. Suspicious activity reporting. Financial institutions are required to report any suspicious activity to the appropriate authorities, such as FinCEN in the United States and KWFIU in Kuwait.
Asset seizure and forfeiture. Governments can seize and forfeit assets that are related to money laundering activities. Now, let's talk about the stages of money laundering. Placement. This is the first stage of money laundering, where the illicit funds are introduced into the financial system. This is often done through methods such as structuring, where the funds are divided into small amounts to avoid detection, or through the use of shell companies. Layering. In this stage, the funds are transferred and moved around to different accounts and locations in an attempt to confuse authorities and make it harder to trace the money back to its original source. Integration. This is the final stage of money laundering, where the funds are reintroduced into the economy as legitimate funds. This can be done through the use of real estate, businesses, or even charitable donations. Now, let's take a look at a couple of real-world examples of money laundering. One well-known example is the Russian laundromat, a scheme that involved the use of shell companies and fake loans to launder over $20 billion from Russia between 2010 and 2014. Another example is the 1MDB scandal, in which billions of dollars were embezzled from a Malaysian sovereign wealth fund and used to purchase luxury real estate, art, and even fund a Hollywood movie. So, to sum up, money laundering is the process of disguising the proceeds of illicit activities as legitimate funds. It became a crime in the 20th century, and there are several methods that governments and financial institutions use to combat it, including financial intelligence units, customer due diligence, suspicious activity reporting, and asset seizure and forfeiture. It occurs in 3 stages: placement, layering, and integration. I hope this has been a helpful overview of money laundering and anti-money laundering. Thank you for watching. See you soon.